He works with the EFCC. This is my classmate, my secondary school classmate. He works with the EFCC. And he was telling me that, yes, I'll be sure you will know him because I saw your name. Say, you saw my name. How did you see my name? And as I was going through the man's statement, I saw your name a few times in the man's statement. Now, you can see that there's problem everywhere here. So, but Samson's point is, why are you making it look like there is something exceptional going on here? The thing I have kept away from you, even my father and my mother are not aware of it. What you may not understand, in fairness to Samson, is that Samson's parents had become culpable of participating in an uninvestigated breakthrough that was the basis of this riddle. When he said, out of the eater came forth something to eat, and out of the strong, in verse 14, he said, out of the eater came forth what? Came forth what? Came forth. Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness, and they could not in 3 days expound it to him. Now, out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. What was he talking about? He was talking about the lion that he killed. The first time he was coming down to see his in-laws. And then by the time he was coming the next time, now with his parents, when they got to the place where he killed that lion, he told them, excuse me, let me check in here. And so he went a little bit out of the way into the bush and saw that in the carcass of that lion that he killed, bees have come and they have, there is a hive there, and in it now there was honey. So he took of the honey that was in the dead body, the dead carcass, of the lion that he killed. And he took that honey and brought it to his parents. The Bible said the parents took of the honey and they ate of it, and they did not know from whence Samson got it. They were not aware that the honey that they ate came out of the carcass of a lion. It came out of the dead body of a lion. Even the parents of Samson were not aware. So when Samson is saying, should I tell you this thing? Even my parents have not told them. It's not just superficial telling. It is the fact that even my parents that have eaten out of the carcass of that lion, they are not aware. And because it's a minister's conference, I want you to, I teach a principle from that, which is to tell you to be careful so that you don't participate in uninvestigated breakthroughs. When they brought it to the parents of Samson, they were happy that, honey, our son is giving us honey to eat. And the Bible said they did not know that this honey came from death. It came from the carcass of a lion. You may not understand the purity issues that are involved here, the ceremonial purity issues that are involved here, and I don't want to go into all of it. But the point is, the parents of Samson did not know that what they were eating had come out of the dead body of a lion. So sometimes, if somebody who is just in 200 level, all right? And the person is 17 years old. If the person comes and writes you a check of 15 million, bro, I know that the church is in need, and there is a lot that we should do now. But sir, it will be helpful to investigate this breakthrough before you go far in celebration, so that you will not be eating food that comes out of death. Because somewhere down the line you will purge. A man of God tells a story, is somebody that many of you may know if I call this name. He tells a story of the time that somebody came and gave them a very huge gift. The ministry had need, and it should have been a major relief. But as he prayed about it, God said to not accept it. He looked very foolish. But he told the person he declined. He didn't take it. Months later, a news broke. and it was in the national dailies, that man had been arrested by the EFCC in connection to fraudulent activities that included a lot of money, and then they listed the names of the beneficiary. You know, because the thing has come EFCC, they have all the account, whatever. You don't know. In fact, the other day, we're in Abuja, one of my, not really a friend, my secondary school mate, we met and he's like, do you know? And he mentioned somebody's name. I said, yes, I know him. He said, yeah, because we're doing one case. He works with the EFCC. This is my classmate, my secondary school classmate. He works with the EFCC. And he was telling me that, yes, I'll be sure you will know him because I saw your name. Say, you saw my name. How did you see my name? He said, we're working on a case that involved a man, and that case required us to extract his bank statement from his bank. And as I was going through the man's statement, I saw your name a few times in the man's statement. Don't participate in uninvestigated. Hey. They ate honey that they did not know where it came from. Some of you have people that do internet fraud in your churches. You want to pretend, say, don't ask, don't tell. You know, there's a principle like that they used to use in the U.S. military at some point. Don't ask, don't tell. That means don't ask anybody what's your sexual orientation, and you don't tell anybody what your sexual orientation is, as a way to be able to uphold, to exempt yourself from any kind of culpability. So as a commandant, you can say, I don't know, I didn't know that he's homosexual, I don't know if he's transgender, and then the person will say, they should not know because I didn't tell anybody. So they had this rule to say, don't ask, don't tell. Many of you operate the same principle in ministry. You see somebody walking, even the way the person operates, you can tell that this guy is not straight. But you say, alien. You know, I'm coming from the village, so I say, the alien means what you don't see will not see you. What you don't see will not see you. Bro, can I tell you? What you don't see sees you. Hey. In fact, it's even better for the thing if you don't see it. What you don't see sees you. So don't go around and say, I didn't ask, I didn't tell, we didn't compel them to bring the money here, so you just want to shave off whatever it is that you are feeling, the unease you are feeling in your conscience and in your spirit about this brother or about that sister that is always bringing offering. I say, man of God, just be praying for us. So the hustle, just be praying for us. Just be praying for us. If God, if there is more, we will do more. In fact, you see this project now, I'm hoping that a point will come when only me. Meanwhile, this guy has no known job. What do? I'm an investor. Don't worry. You will soon be Sabinus. You're an investor. Okay. You know, I told you that story some years ago. This was, I can't remember, this was before COVID. We're doing one retreat. In fact, we're with Apostle in that retreat. We used to do some kind of retreat like that then. So we're in that retreat. It was just prayer. We're just praying. It was in the heart of that retreat that I saw one alert. That alert was 1 million naira. You know, 1 million naira at that time. It's not 1 million naira this time. So I showed them to say, oh boy, now all of us there, they pray now, your own God don't the answer first. I say, no, I don't know this narration, the sender's name. I don't know anybody like this. I don't know where this money came from. Say, bro. I say, yes, so I started calling everybody that I know in my life that there is a convergence of ability and will. You know, there are people around your life that have ability to give that kind of money, but you know they will not give you. You know, it's ministers' conference. So, can we talk? Okay, now. You will know people that you know they can give you this kind of money, but you also know that they will not. It's a matter of the will. They are not willing. Then you will know people that you know, if they have, hey, they will give, but they don't have. And sometimes the Lord made it so. There are times in your life that God will put you in a place where those that can will not be willing, and those that are willing will not be able, because you need to learn a lesson. So I had to find the convergence to say, who are the people that have the ability and the willingness? So I called them round. All of them said, no. Interestingly, the person whose money ended up in my account was the one that encouraged me the most to take it. Say, you are a man of God. You can't know everybody that sends you money. I say, yes, sir. But, you know, if I'm going to eat somebody's money that I don't know, it should be money I can refund. If it was a mistake, I should be able to say, oh, sorry, you sent it by mistake, okay, no problem. And then I can send you back your money. So I left it. I left it in the account, didn't touch it. This thing took like 6 days or so. Halfway into that period again, I spoke with the person whose money it actually was. And he said, you have not touched. I said, I have not touched that money. Oh. He's a man of God. You can't know everybody who gives you money. The day we finally knew it was his money, we still spoke that money. In fact, we spoke, and then I went to the bathroom to have my bath. As soon as I came out of the bathroom, I saw his call again. So I picked the call. He said, it's my money. He said, it's my money. There was a transaction with somebody, and then the person was supposed to make payments to him. And he said when he went into his diary to copy out his account number for the person, where he wrote account numbers, for some weird reason, he wrote his name, but it was my own account number that he wrote under his name. And because we used the same bank, the person didn't notice. So when the person entered the account number, he just wired the money to the account number. That's how the money landed in my account. So that he has been expecting, but because it's somebody he trusts, he didn't really bother. So after we spoke, that he now decided to call the guy and say, where is my money now? The guy said, I sent the money the very day we did the transaction. He said, you sent it to where? He now sent him back the account. That is nice. This is not my account number. He now checked and realized that it was my own account number that the money had entered into. So he said, hi, man of God, thank you very much. Please, for helping me to keep it, just keep 100K and send me back. What's the lesson here? Don't participate in uninvestigated breakthrough. You know, saying these are very difficult because of the kind of ministries we run now. The truth is that you can't know everybody that gives you money, whether as an individual or as a ministry. But try your best. Don't be in a hurry. So the parents of Samson, he took thereof in his hand and went on eating and came to his father and mother, and he gave to them, and they did eat. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion. So when he is now in the house of his in-laws, and he uses this, because you remember now that when he gave the parable, the riddle in the 14th verse, out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. He was referring them to this lion. There was no way they would have known what happened. There was no way they would have been able to answer his riddle, because he was alone when he killed the lion. Even his parents did not. If you put a gun to the head of his father would not have been able to tell you the answer to this riddle. In fact, they had eaten from the carcass without knowing where they ate from. So that's what he was referencing in his interaction with the woman. To say, I should tell you this story. Even my father and my mom, they don't know what you are asking. So if you think I don't love you, you might as well extend it to my parents. I don't love them too. So he said, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? Let's read on. Verse 17. And she wept before him in the 7 days, while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day that he told her, because she lay sore upon him. And she told the riddle to the children of her people. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day, before the sun went down, what is sweeter than honey? And what is stronger than the lion? So obviously, they've told him, we know the answer to your riddle. It's the honey and the lion. Out of this eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. The eater and the strong is the lion. Sweetness is the honey. So they gave him the answer to the riddle. And he said unto them, verse 18 still, if you had not plowed with my heifer, you had not found out my riddle. That means if you did not interrogate and play with my bride, you would not have known the answer to my riddle. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. May God save us from these kinds of friends. Like the Bible said, Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he, Samson, had used as his friend. Now, this friend is what in today's vocabulary is called the best man. Best man. Oh boy. So you followed your friend to go and get married, and ended up married while your friend remained single. You married the woman that your friend paid dowry, bride price over. That's what happened here. So the wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Let's finish our reading. Next verse. But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid. That's a baby goat. And he said, I will go in unto my wife into the chamber. But her father would not allow him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought you had utterly hated her. Therefore, I gave her to your companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. So the father-in-law is recommending the younger sister, as if Samson is blind. As if Samson didn't see the younger sister when he came after the older one. So, in fact, the younger sister is even finer. Samson, look at the eyelids. Have you seen? He said, look very well. You will find out that what I'm offering you now is even better than what you paid bride price from. There are demonic offers. There are demonic transactions. There are demonic replacements like this. And maybe we'll talk about it as we go along. But he said, the younger sister. There's always the younger sister. There are demonic proposals. The younger sister. Take the younger sister. I know you paid for the older one, but take the younger one. And Samson said, concerning them, now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. That is back to that my parable. The bird wants to fly. then you pick up a stone. So Samson said, now I will be what? Blameless. I will be more blameless than the Philistines, even if I do them a displeasure. So you know what Samson did? And Samson went and caught 300 foxes and took firebrands and turned tail to tail and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails. And when he had set the firebrands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines and burnt up both the shocks and the standing corn with the vineyards and olives. Then the Philistines said, who has done this? And they answered, Samson. Let me hear you say Samson. It's very interesting to me that the answer was not foxes. Samson. They say, who has done this? Samson. The foxes were too small to be named in this matter. Because everybody knows that foxes, without help, don't burn down vineyards. The foxes were simply a camouflage. And the Philistines, they discern the scenario properly. They say, who has done this? And the answer was what? Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion. You now know what happened? The thing that lady was afraid of, that will not allow her to stick with Samson, was what befell her eventually. Do you remember? They threatened her. They say, if you don't find out the answer to this riddle for us, we will burn you. We will burn your father's house. And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire. Should have been safer if she stuck with Samson. Hallelujah. Because there's a way that seems right unto a man. But the end. All right. Second